I was told this is a favorite segment for many of you, and it is time now to look at our 2016 Power Index. We take a look at who's up, who's down in the race for the White House, focusing on candidates on both sides of the aisle. And doing it with me, Chris Stirewalt is Fox News digital politics editor and the author of Fox News First. Joining me now, great to see you. Lots to talk about today, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with Bernie Sanders, because he's getting some nice numbers, right?
He's getting huge numbers. 28,000 people in Portland, Oregon. You couldn't get 28,000 people in Portland, Oregon to go to a vegan cooking instruction, let alone, though they may have had one there, to a Bernie Sanders campaign event. That is enormous. And you know what that means? That can translate into real vote share. If you've got people who are willing, 28,000 people, that's huge for the, or as Donald Trump would say, huge. For that many people to turn out says that he might be able to translate those into actual votes against Hillary Clinton, and that makes him a real threat.
Is her camp nervous?
Well, they ought to be. And if they're not nervous about Sanders in specific, they ought to be worried about the energy that he represents, a dissatisfaction on the left wing of the Democratic Party with her, and she's trying to answer them on specific policy points. He comes out with a global warming plan. She comes out with one that's a little different, but looking to the same thing. Now she's done the same thing today when it comes to free college, which has become a bulwark, a cornerstone belief on the American left is college ought to be free, and now she's got a plan to try to catch up with Bernie Sanders on that.
Yeah, that's in the news today, certainly. And where does that leave Joe Biden?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Sheriff Joe is out there. He definitely can come in at any time, and I believe that he is ideally situated to take advantage of the energy that Sanders has, but he better hurry, because as too much time goes by and too many Democrats are feeling the burn, it will be hard to get them to switch their support over to Biden. So he really only has a couple more weeks, few weeks, before he has to get serious if he's really going to do this thing.
Let's jump to the other side of the aisle. How are things looking for all those GOP candidates today?
Well, either all of them. I mean, maybe there's not like 80 of them. There's only 17 that are frequently polled by national polling outfits. And we did have, I don't know whether you heard anything about it, Jamie, we did have a debate last week, and it did not change the top three. Ted Cruz might have nudged up. He had a pretty good debate performance, but the top three stay the way they are. Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, and Senator Cruz, and the 1, 2, 3. Bush and Walker didn't have dynamite debate performances, but they did well enough to stay where they are. But Carly Fiorina, you gotta dig Carly Fiorina's ability to, she got a tough draw. She got the early debate, right? So she's in there with the guys who are in the bottom tier that are long shot, no shot. She is down with them. Not only does she turn in such a good debate performance that everybody says, wow, and was clearly above the rest of the herd, but also she manages to get into a fight with Donald Trump over something, you-know-what, and the consequence is Carly Fiorina stays in the news and does so with charm, does so with elan, and that gets her big ups.
All right, well, I won't be here next week, but I'm going to watch this segment.
It is interesting. Watch it. It's good.
Thanks, Chris. I follow you online. Great to see you. Thank you so much.